Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the While We Walk podcast, where I discuss my thoughts for the day. Today is April 8th, Monday. Right now it's 9:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I'm done with trading. And today I'm going to go for another 40K walk. That's my plan of action. I did it yesterday. We'll most likely do it today because I really have nothing scheduled after this time. So pretty much the next 2 months is gonna be straight up just massive walking. That's my plan of action. I'm gonna walk a lot, and it's gonna be for the next couple of months before I kind of slow things down a bit. But I'm putting up everything into high drive right now. Another little thing I changed was I started my tracking my calories yesterday. So I ate like 2200 calories yesterday, and I burned 5700 calories. So I pretty much burned a pound. It didn't reflect on my weight loss this morning, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the month, that's what or not really the week, but the month is where I want to look at. Now that I'm tracking the exact calories I eat for the day, I'm gonna be able to know precisely how my weight drops. So basically, technically, you lose a pound every 3,500 calories you burn. What I'm actually doing, I walk like crazy, like almost 5,700 calories worth of walking, because my pace was moderate instead of light. So I was actually upping up the pace there. And I'm sure by the end of the month, that's actually not a good thing to be in this big of a deficit. But what I'm thinking why I'm not losing weight is I think I'm actually gaining some muscle during this process. Because when I look at the mirror, my six-pack is now showing. I'm at like 189 right now. But I'm gonna be so shredded by the time I get to 170. It's ridiculous. I'm thinking because I've been upping the intensity of my calisthenics and I've been taking creatine, and the fact that I'm taking the most protein I ever took on a consistent basis in my life, like the protein is most likely either maintaining or growing my muscle while I'm trying to lose this fat. So that's why I think I'm thinking that's why I'm not losing weight right away. I mean, it's too early to tell, but I'm sure by the end of the month I should be the goal at the end of the month is, because I'm at 189, the goal is close to 180 as possible. Even if I'm at 185 at the end of the month, that's fine too. It just means that I've been burning weight at a much more reasonable rate. But we're gonna have to go see. Right now, now that I'm tracking my calories going forward, until I get to a point where I don't, I could do the, like, once you store what you ate, I could, just keep on eating the same foods, and then I'll be able to track the calories accordingly. And so, I didn't know Fitbit had a way to like scan barcodes, and you could input your foods with the macros in it. So now that I know that, might as well take advantage of it. It takes less than 10 seconds to input the information anyway, so might as well do it. So the plan of action, I could even potentially up my calories, but I'm actually satisfied with the amount of calories that I'm eating right now at 2,100. To me, that's a lot. So the fact that I'm able to I could afford to eat 500 extra calories is actually a good thing. But yeah, we'll see. I may actually up the calories, but like my protein intake yesterday was like at 190. I think going forward, upping my protein intake is actually going to be a okay thing. I'm going to stick to probably 190ish, even though my goal weight is 170. Like the type of foods I eat, it comes out to like around 190ish, which is fine, which is better safe than sorry. I want to at least get a gram of my ideal weight in protein. But I'm really excited to see where this journey takes me. Like today's weather is going to be like pretty high in the 60s, and tomorrow's going to be in the 70s. So I'm going to have to take advantage of these 2 days by walking massively throughout the sun and getting as much vitamin D as possible. And then afterwards, after this, most likely going to do a 4-hour walk. I'm going to do another 2-hour walk, or even possibly another 4-hour walk after this. I mean, we'll see. But I'm definitely doing 4 hours. So what I had for breakfast today, first I broke my fast with 2 scoops of protein and a serving of blueberries. I blended it up. It's frozen blueberries, and I blended it up, drank that in the morning. And then after I was done with trading at around 9 o'clock, I ate 1 serving of oatmeal that's around 150 calories, and a serving of whey protein, and a serving of collagen. So that's 35 plus 1, that's 175 plus 150. So I had 325 grams, 225 calories for that. After this walk, I'm gonna eat another serving of the same oatmeal and protein powder, but not eat the collagen. And instead, I'm gonna test out the frozen blueberries in there too. So, because I realized I need to, with the activity level, I actually need to increase the amount of calories. Even though my scale isn't saying so, I don't want to burn muscle, and I want to do this steadily. I don't want to be too aggressive, and so we'll see. I could afford to eat up to like 2,500 is like ideal, but I'm gonna be actually 2,000 was actually too low in my opinion. But just to have some energy, not to feel drained out during the rest of the day. So 2,500 seems like a legitimate calorie count, especially with the amount of activity that I'm doing. But if I stay at 2,200 and I keep my protein count, I'm not going to be too concerned. But yeah, right now it's extremely sunny. Yesterday it was kind of cloudy at times, not as sunny as right now. So I made sure before I headed out that I put some sunscreen on so that I could weather the storm for the next 4 hours. There was actually no signs of any clouds right now. I mean, there's some clouds, but not enough to block the sun. So I'm gonna get a nice little suntan. Even though I'm actually the SPF is 30, which is one of the lower ends of this SPF spectrum. So there's a very good chance that I'm gonna still get a nice little sunburn on my face. As a matter of fact, when I came to meet up with my sister the other day, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, her friend came over, and she mentioned that where'd you go? Because I had a really tanned face. So yeah. So today was so yeah, I'm expecting to be really tanned after this walk. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, after tomorrow it's gonna rain. So I want to make sure I get a lot of steps in today and tomorrow. But the oatmeal is the 7 packets of oatmeal is expected to arrive today. So yeah, I'm gonna eat oatmeal, 2 servings of oatmeal a day. As a matter of fact, I may up the oatmeal if I get too tired from these activity walks. I may up the oatmeal servings to one more each servings for before and after the long walks. I mean, we'll see. But I find that the 1 serving of oatmeal actually gives me enough energy to walk the 4 hours. The crazy thing was, normally when I wasn't having the oatmeal, I look at the stats of my walking, and I was at a light pace the majority of the time. But after eating oatmeal, the majority of my pace was moderate, it says, on my walking time. So the fact that I'm able to expend much more energy after eating just goes to show you that carbs is really necessary for me to maintain my energy throughout my walks, especially the intensity of my walks. So right now, as a matter of fact, if I'm looking at I'm at 133, which is relatively high for walking. Usually moderate, it's like 110 to 130. But yeah, I'm actually walking at a relatively good pace right now. I don't want it to be crazy, but this is where the magic happens. Is this pace, the moderate pace. As long as I'm above 110, I should be walking at a perfect pace. But yeah, man, I'm so ready. And you know what's funny? I've been listening to pretty much every podcast that I've been listening to was from, people who have like really nice bodies. They all say, the vast majority says you need at least a gram of protein. So being on the safe side, doing a gram above a gram, just to be on the safe side of my protein levels. And what else am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing that. And I'm actually way below my calories that I'm eating right now. But my weight hasn't, so I only lost 0.3 pounds from last week, which means that we'll see how, I'll maintain this diet and adjust accordingly depending on what my weight is by the end of this week, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, man, I'm really excited to see where this journey takes me. I have some pictures that I'm taking every Thursdays, because that's when I initially started. At like my first picture, I weighed myself after I ate all day, so it's during the night that I weigh myself. I was at 196. Now this morning I'm at 189, and I could see myself the weight loss stalling for a couple of weeks, but I know that by the end of April I'm gonna be shredded to the bones, because I'm seeing my six-pack coming out really nice right now in the morning. But yeah, I've been keeping up, making sure I do 3 sets of calisthenics. The first one first thing in the morning while I'm drinking my protein shake, the second one after the first walk, and the third one just an hour or two before I fall asleep. So I'm going to maintain that, and it's going to be, that's to just maintain my muscle, as well as maybe even potentially growing my muscle, because they did studies saying that if you eat protein, you could actually build muscle just by eating protein. So throughout my life, I never had as much protein, and I think I kind of fucked up my body doing the intermittent fasting style, because all my protein was concentrated in a small block instead of having a steady flow of protein. So I'm actually testing this out and see how it turns out. But I'm really looking forward to how my body looks by Memorial Day, which is less than 2 months away. But I think I'm going to be the most shredded, the most aesthetically looking as possible, and I plan on maintaining my six-pack pretty much all year round. Once I get to 170, it depends. I may be super shredded at 175. It just remains to be seen. I'm not sure, because I haven't, the last time I had like really good six-packs was at 170, 175 range, but I may have gained muscle during that whole time, because I was carrying a lot of weight and I was still doing calisthenics. See, albeit only 1 set a day, I was still continuing. So I was maintaining with lifting my heavy weight. So just that fact alone, I'm sure I may have gained some, not a lot of muscle mass, but some muscle mass. But now that I'm eating protein in such a high level right now, it's going to be interesting to see how it looks. Because one of the worst things you could do, after listening to all the videos that I've been listening to for the past few days, is that being skinny fat. You don't want to have low weight and have nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're cutting that drastically, you're actually, even though you're at the weight and you would think your body would look a certain way after losing that weight, if you are too aggressive with the cut, you're gonna lose a lot of muscle mass, which means that it's not gonna show how it's not gonna look really aesthetically pleasing by the time you cut your, go to your ideal weight. So this is why I'm making sure that I get enough calories in, make sure a protein is number one. And now that I know that I need carbs, fuck the ketogenic diet, man. Fuck that diet, because that I'm gonna go on a big rant here with the keto diet, because my fucking digestive I had so many digestive issues by eating the ketogenic lifestyle, where I just ate too much fat, and I didn't eat enough carbs, so I didn't get enough fiber in my diet, and that literally fucked, like, I just had massive digestive issues. But now that I started adding beans, and you know what's crazy, once I started adding beans, I had constipation issues, and I found out that because my gut microbiome wasn't used to eating too much fiber at a time. So it actually took me a couple of months to kind of get acclimated, and now I could actually eat relatively well without having any issues with my gut. So yeah, so it takes time if you haven't been eating too much fiber in your diet. So I'm trying to, like, I even looked at the stats, and I ate like 55 grams of fiber, which is fucking spectacular. I want to try to maintain it above 30. So the recommended RDA for fiber is 28 grams for meals, and I ate 55, and I plan on like sticking to 45-50. Now that I have oatmeal, I think oatmeal has like 4 grams of fiber per serving, so I'm gonna have 2 of those. That's 8 grams right there. Like another 30 grams for whatchamacallit, the beans, which has the most fiber, and I'm getting the fiber from the fruit as well. I think 4 from the serving of blueberries. Raspberries is actually pretty intense, because it has 11 grams for the same amount of size, in the in calories. So raspberries actually have an extremely high fiber content, which I had yesterday, but I could be easy on that for a little bit. I'll make sure I at least maintain the 30, the RDA, and yeah, and then the fact that I could now afford to eat more calories at the 25, I think at the 2500 range is very sufficient. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 2500 range, and we'll see how it turns out here. But yeah, I'm really excited for this journey. This is the first time in, I'd say, several years where I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I think I'd say a good 10 years, almost 9-10 years, where this is going to be the best shape of my life. And my plan this time around is to maintain it. And there's really nothing much stopping me at this point. Like, my mind is so goddamn focused right now in achieving this goal, that, yeah, and it's crazy because I'm full with this diet. Like, I ate 2200 calories. I'm fucking full, dude. So, like, yeah, man, I could maintain this for a very long time. I may have to force myself to eat if I can't, you know, do this, but it has to be done, man. I have to really go in with this thing. I'm really excited to see what the end of the week of this week is going to be, because, like I said, I only dropped like 0.5 pounds the week, and I was still under 190 pounds when I ate at my friend's place, which is crazy. That's the first time after like a crazy meal that I've still maintained below 190. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Actually, I'm curious to see what my weight is gonna be on Wednesday morning, because I plan on doing these 2 crazy walks back to back, because I don't have anything scheduled for the next 2 days in the afternoon after trading. So I'm gonna be actually very excited to see what the results are in the middle of this week when it rains. They state that it's gonna rain for a couple of days potentially. I mean, you're not too sure. Most definitely it's gonna rain on Wednesday, but I'm gonna have to see and just schedule things accordingly. I'm gonna just stick to like maybe 20,000 steps during those rainy days, and just amp up the walking after the raining is over. And yeah, pretty much all of April and May I'm going to be extremely aggressive with the walking, just to get down to that level. And it's crazy because the 2,500 calories that is so easy to maintain, and the protein amount that, yeah, I'm going to be able to do this for quite some time. Actually, it's going to be pretty amazing. After I'm done with the I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, after I'm done with the protein shake, because I have two powders, one's casein and one's whey protein. After I'm done with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that with 30 grams, replace that with a serving of oatmeal and protein instead, and just really separate the protein and carbs like throughout the day, and then add some fruits to add fiber to it. So like, instead of just blending it up into a drink, I'm just going to eat the oatmeal with a scoop of protein and a serving of fruit, and I plan on adding fruit to pretty much every oatmeal. So I'm gonna pretty much eat, like, I'd say 30 times 4, like 120 grams of protein worth of oatmeal and whey protein powder. Yeah, that's gonna be, whew. So my protein intake is gonna be nice right from the get-go to maintain my muscle. A steady dose of nice protein, because 30 grams I could definitely ingest. They say up to 50, so just for me to be on the safe side, just eat 30 every freaking 3 hours. And yeah, it doesn't take too long to eat it too. It's like I like it. I love the taste. It's and it fills you up, man. The macros on oats is actually wild, man. Like, it has fats. It's the most, I guess, fatty carbohydrate out of a lot of carbohydrates. It has like the highest fiber. It's a fat and fiber that, obviously it has carbs, but like, I need those carbs. I realized how crucial carbs was, because, yo, man, walking with carbs and without carbs is like the biggest difference I've noticed. Like, it's wild how different it is. Like, the energy levels that you have eating carbs. I used to be such a big carb hater, but no, man, carbs is almost mandatory. The energy levels are just unbelievable after eating this oatmeal. Like, I could feel like yeah, I'm actually almost about to finish this first lap, but I got 4 more laps to go. And yeah, man, I'm just so excited to see what the weight is going to be. Yeah, so this month also, I have no income coming in, but I have some money saved up from my work and stuff, so I'm able to sustain this, till the end of this year. In terms of everything else, like, I'm able to sustain it, and if the training goes well, then I'll be able to kind of do this for the rest of my life, But yeah, man, I'm just really looking forward to this diet. I'm going to pretty much stick to the same diet. I think I'm going to meet up with my family on Friday. I'm not too sure. Most definitely, I think, because my father has to come down on Friday, so I may just eat dinner with him. So I'm accounting for that. So pretty much from now to like at least Thursday, my diet's going to be the same at like around 2,200 calories. I'm going to try to up it to like 23 by eating fruits and stuff. I have the opportunity to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, after this walk, I'm going to go eat that oatmeal and whey protein and then go from there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. With that being said, thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode of While We Walk.